Hey everybody, welcome to Breath of the Wild. Alright, so, right about now, you may notice I'm wearing the Armor of the Wild. I completed all 120 shrines to get the armor, and I decided to go all the way and, uh, and get all the armor. Or get all the materials needed for the armor upgrades. And let me tell you, I used to be really good at getting star fragments, but they are really hard to get now. So keep that in mind when you're upgrading the armor of the wild, and actually the Twilight Princess armor and any armor that requires star fragments. Otherwise, I've got a pretty great arsenal right now. You may notice my Master Sword is capped at 50 right now. I have done the beginning and the middle trials because, I mean, having the Master Sword at 30 is kind of lame. Uh, so there's that. I have not gotten all of the DLC armor yet. See if I check my quests. Yeah, a lot of the EX treasures. I don't have all of them yet. Uh, I want to, so I might. Probably not on stream though. Uh, but most importantly, I don't know. Link's pretty hot. Oh yeah, I have the Master Cycle. I did do the Champion's Ballad. You may be wondering, why am I dicking around here in Korok Forest with full hearts, full stamina, because I did all the things. Why am I dicking around in the Korok Forest, standing on the Master Sword's pedestal and not actually placing it yet? Well, this is where I don't know, walk around and talk about shit. Alright, so my deal here is I started Breath of the Wild after two of my friends, and yes, I am going to name drop it on stream here. John and Riley. John and Riley both had a Switch before me. Now I had a Wii U. But even though I had a Wii U, I always wanted to get a Switch, and I wanted to have Breath of the Wild on the Switch because, I mean, of course, you gotta have Breath of the Wild on Switch. So I went ahead, and eventually I got a Switch, and one of the first games I bought for it was Breath of the Wild with all of the DLC. That's amazing, right? It's a feat. It's a feat. However, there was a moment that I soon realized I was very new to the mechanics of Breath of the Wild, and I was not very good at the game. I brought my Switch to my friend Joe's house, where John and Riley were there and a bunch of other people, and we played a little bit of Breath of the Wild. Now, we played Breath of the Wild. It was a fun adventure. I made it to Waterblight Ganon. And that was the first boss I ever defeated. Otherwise, I had started the game and I kind of quit right away, but I was nude for like a majority of the beginning of the game because I didn't know that they were closing the beginning of the game. And so there was a lot of shit at the beginning of my adventure. So I basically started off And alright. So, I made it through my adventure. I beat Ganon, but they had beaten Ganon way before I even started the game. So, basically, I made it my mission to do something that they hadn't done yet. And Riley had beaten Master Mode with only 3 hearts and no armor. And I thought that was pretty cool. But I, I was not able to do that. John had the DLC, and I believe he beat Ganon first, and I also think he beat Master Mode. Not with 3 hearts, but he beat it. Riley was like a master of this game, basically. And John was also pretty good. But I don't... Riley beat the Champion's Ballad, and John hadn't yet. So I'm already surpassing John by completing the Champion's Ballad. But right about now, Riley and I are equal in the Master Trials. In the Master Trials, you are tasked with 3 different trials. The beginning trials, the middle trials, and the final trials. Both Riley and I at this moment in time have done the beginning and the middle trials, and I don't think Riley has finished the final trials yet. So I started the final trials. I only made it to floor 4 before I gave up and stopped that indefinitely. I played it a little bit tonight, and I got actually pretty far. I got to floor 17 out of 23. But I'm pretty confident that I can do this. And I felt like I kind of want to record, but I also kind of don't want to record because recording means editing, and I'm working on a huge project. By the way, this video will go up before that project, so I will not spoil it. But I'm editing a huge project right now. Anyway, without further ado, we are going to start the final trials. It's going to be pretty brutal, and I don't think I'm going to make it through on my first try on stream. But if I do, I have it on stream, and I can rub it in people's faces, I guess. Now, I know how to perfect guard, I know how to perfect dodge to get a flurry rush, and I know how to do a lot of things, actually. And I might throw around some tips for the beginning. Alright, so here we are, stuck at the very beginning. We have no clothes, no items, no nothing. We are bare bones, like Eventide Island, but way, way harder. So this is basically like a battle royale of sorts. Every room has enemies, and to go to the next room, you have to defeat all the enemies in this room. It's kind of like the Pit of 100 Trials from Paper Mario, except it's Zelda, and it's honestly more fun. But here's the deal. This first area is filled with Stalkoblins. They all have weapons, and you do not. So what you do is you make sure that they don't have weapons, and you take it from them. Now, the spear is one of the best weapons that you're going to have in the game. Because a spear is long range, meaning that, you know, whatever enemies are in your way, you can spear them off right away. So that's floor 1 right off the bat. Alright, so one of the gimmicks in this area is that it's, you know, it's raining, there's lightning. So anything metallic, like these claymores that I'm picking up, anything metallic can attract lightning, and anything that you have that attracts lightning will basically electrocute you. Right now, it is currently also thunderstorming in my current area, which is fun because our dog is deathly afraid of thunderstorms. So you might hear some like banging and clinking and stuff. That's my dog. Don't worry about that. She's all right. Fuck. I need to find that good old. Shield. There is a shield like right away, and one of the Stalkoblins had it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he didn't drop it this time, or if he did drop it and I'm just stupid. I'm thinking that he didn't drop it this time and that I'm royally fucked. But you know what? That's okay, because there is another area where we can get shields. So here's the thing about the final trials. The final trials are filled with a lot of hard-hitting enemies and not a lot of armor. Oh shit! I'm out of arrows here. Yeah, if you touch water while lightning strikes, and if you touch water while electric keys are around, they will shock you. That's an issue. One of the neat things about this area in the game is that elemental enemies like Ice, Lizalfos, and other such enemies. That's a shield. I can use that, but it's gonna be not great. All right. One of the cool gimmicks about this area, or these trials, is a lot of the previous trials are you're in a basic area or you're in a dark area, and even though this is organizer menu here, even though you're tasked with defeating all of the enemies, it's really just avoid the enemies and make sure that you get hits on them before they get hits on you, kind of thing, which is cool. The issue with that, I gotta de-equip this shield. Not having a shield at the very beginning here is going to be rough, because you're going to need a shield for, I think, one of these areas. Otherwise, let's see. Let's get rid of my Bokoblin arm. Can't use any metallic weapons. Oh, fuck. Let's try using our club for now. There is a... there's a a lot of areas that have hidden chests, make sure if you think there's an area with a hidden chest that you look around, because looking around for hidden items is awesome. You will probably find some pretty good items if you look in chests. If they're not elemental arrows, they're probably super strong weapons that you can use like right away. Alright, this area has a bunch of mob stalkoblins, or stalmoblins? Stalmoblins. It also has electric choo-choos. Those, if you take care of from a distance, they won't be an issue to you. They will burst. Yeah, a lot of the beginning trials and the middle trials, a lot of them are very situational. It's gonna shock me. Oh, is that it? Did I? Wow, alright. I've never done that before. But you know what? We're not done with this area yet. There's a chest over here and I can use magnesis on it. Oh, I should probably get closer. Alright, the final trials are a lot more situational than the other two. Because at least the beginning... Oh my god, this ring around the chest. Alright. The beginning trials and the middle trials have areas where it might be raining, or areas where it might be dark, but never areas where it's going to be like storming, or areas where it's going to be if not storming, then areas where it's cold, or areas where it's like super hot, you know? Like elemental areas, like Zora's Domain and Mount Lanayru and all that good stuff, you know? Oh, okay, so there's a Moblin Club, Moblin Spear. Is there any bows? Is there a bow I can pick up? It says... Yeah! That's useful. I'll wait for my other bow to break first. Any areas where I could pick something up? No, just that chest. Okay. The areas in these trials are purely elemental. First, you start off with the okay, so this is where we're going to want a spear. Yeah. First, you start off with this area, the thunderstorm area. My god, these guys take like 1,000,000 hits. Yeah, this area is filled with electrical storms and stalkoblins. Oh my god, that guy has a spear. The second area... Yeah, the second area... that is, like, hot. This might be the end of my first run. The shitty thing is I still have the Stelnox to beat, so if I don't make it here, then I might not make it at all. Alright, yeah. The first area is lightning, the second area is like volcanic. The third area is frozen, so you need to cook a lot of like spicy dishes. Oh my god, that was super close. You need to cook a lot of spicy dishes for the third area, and then the last area is a battle royale against the toughest enemies in the game. So that means Guardians, that means not only Guardians, but it means Lynels, it means, well, Skywatchers are another form of Guardian. But basically, yeah, you're fighting difficult enemies, deal with it, the last like 8 levels. Now, there's a cool thing about this area that isn't in all of the others. That is the cool thing about those is the last areas. There's a rusty claymore here too. I didn't even notice that. Oh man. I'll explain that more later. The last area is basically you have no you have no defense, but you're facing off against Guardians and Lynels and shit. That last area is where you want to keep your full recoveries, because you get some pretty good items in the little like waiting sections. There are these areas that have they're little waiting rooms basically. Shit. So I have no food. Oh no, I have some food. It's a risky move, but I think I'm going to try to take that Stalnox on with just this Boko Bat and whatever arrows I have. Now, it's a risky move, considering that I have 1 heart and I have no shields. And it's going to be during... Yeah, there he is. Alright. If I make this is like the best point of the game. Alright, so this guy's got elemental weapons. The Frostblade is going to be your best friend in the later areas. Alright. So a Stalnox, much like a Hinox, has 1 eye, and you have to knock him down. The difference between a Stalnox and a Hinox is a Hinox can't do that. Also, eventually his eye will fall out. And you'll need to do damage to the eye and not to the Stalnox. Alright. Also, Stalnox will eventually start trying to protect his eye. Dude, doing this on like... Woof, I don't have arrows either. I think doing this on low health is the scariest thing I've ever done. Fuck, he's gonna try to throw his arm at me. I did it! Holy shit. I am legend. I gotta pick up those weapons before they shock me. Alright, so these 3 weapons that you get from the Stalnox are your best friend for the rest of this area. I think at this point, if you have any damaged weapons, drop them right about now. Drop the fork boomerang. Basically, drop any weapons you think you might not use. I know for a fact I'm not going to use those 3. And well, I don't have any other spears, and that halberd might not be useful later on. So... Alrighty. We're back. Now you may be wondering, what happened? Because last week, I had to kind of stop for a second after defeating that Stalnox. Well, after defeating the Stalnox, my computer gave me a notification that I was currently my computer gave me a notification oh, wait a minute, I dropped all this before. My computer gave me a notification, blah, 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 that my hard drive was full. Because I had a total of, I think... Well, I had a lot of footage that I had already posted, and that takes up a lot of space. So I deleted basically up around 200 gigabytes of footage so I could do this stream. Alright, so these are the ancient arrows. We don't want to squander these yet. Squandering will happen soon. Should probably sneak, because there's a fairy in every single one of these. And by getting a fairy, you basically have a instant 1-up in case you die. Now, every item that you get in this area, you will want to keep. Alright, so I suppose I should explain the rusty claymores. And in fact, all of the rusty things that I've picked up. In the fire area, which we just got the pants for, you can score yourself a Octorok that sucks things in. And considering that that exists, with the Octorok... Alright. The Octorok that spits, that sucks things in, he is your one-way ticket to getting some pretty dope items. the best item that Octorok can get you is... Oh, wait. Mighty Bananas. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's not going to work. Stop holding. I'll cook the Mighty Bananas with the Razor Shroom. Okay, so the sole purpose of that Octorok is to get you the... It's kind of weird to... Alright, the Razor Shroom... It's hard to speak. That Octorok will suck in any rusty items that you have, and then basically make them better. He sucks in rusty shields, rusty broadswords, rusty claymores, and basically with that in mind, you can get upwards from... You can get anywhere from just a Traveler's Broadsword, which is 5 attack, all the way to a Royal Claymore, which is 50. Alright, so we've got full health, we have a one-time revival, and we have some pretty dope weapons. We're going to want to switch to any weapons that are made out of metal, because the next area is made out of fire, and any wooden weapons you have are going to start burning. I should probably make sure that people are tuning in after that little hiccup. Alright, now we are on to the hot area. In this area, your Frostblade is your one friend. Because, well, okay, your bow and arrow is too, for mainly that asshole. The reason why your Frostblade is so valuable is these little rock dudes, the small taluses. They are made out of fire, and you can only attack them with ice. Alright, so this fucker right here, he sucks things in, and then he throws fire rocks at you. But if you're crafty, you can drop your rusty shit, and then he'll suck it in. And I'll spit it out. And if he didn't spit it out too far, you may be able to actually pick it up. The shields I don't think are too good. Unfortunately, I've only picked up one shield, and it was a Traveler's Shield, which is only 4... that's only like 4 attack. Or 4 defense, excuse me. But I have had him spit out some pretty good swords. That's just a Traveler's Spear. I've never had any luck with the halberds, but I have had impeccable luck with these claymores. And in fact, before we move on any further with this Octorok guy, there is a rusty claymore up here as well. That's why I was so excited when I noticed that there was another claymore earlier in that area, because the claymore that I just picked up gave me a Traveler's Claymore, which is cool. But the claymores from earlier give you Royal Claymores, I believe. Yeah, ow, ow. That hurt a lot, actually. Soldier's Claymore. Oh, that's actually not bad. But it's not, like, what... Jesus Christ. The risks we take for good items. I'm gonna duck. Because I think this is going to be a royal. Nope, that's a Traveler's Claymore. This is the Royal Claymore. Nope, that's a Knight's Claymore. I got a Royal Claymore with one of these, and I think it's the stream. I think the stream is fucking me over. Now, unless this is a Royal Guard sword, I'm pretty sure I'm getting pretty bad luck here. Oh my god, that was like perfection. Yeah, I got a Royal Broadsword. Okay, so maybe everything is in order here? Well, that means I guess I'll have to... So you're supposed to use stasis on him so he doesn't move, but unfortunately, I don't like the Traveler's Spear. Okay, so now we have actually a pretty good set of weapons. I am going to toss away the Traveler's Claymore. But otherwise, I believe every other weapon we have so far is going to do us some good. I'm going to keep the Great Frostblade out for now. So, now that we're here, you will be wanting to pay attention coming up. Oh my god! They can do that. Well, thankfully that doesn't kill you. I should probably eat something. I will eat my hasty meat skewer because haste is not something you generally use that much. Oh, I know why. Because I always stun these guys. And then I murder their asses. They give you some really dope bows. If you need a high-powered bow, but you don't want to waste your royal ones or your knight's bows, Lizzle bows are the way to go. Now, just like how I'm destroying... Yeah. You may be noticing how I'm destroying these Lizalfos with the ice sword. That's because they're red. You'll notice later on that we'll be getting into icy Lizalfos territory in the ice area. The fire arrows and the flame spear are super useful for that. Actually, no, there are boxes. The flame spear is actually a really good weapon in general. I got a flame spear from a shrine. I was about to say temple. This is not a game with temples. I think you could pick up ice arrows in one of the areas, but I did not do that, so I'm going to have to switch to my Frostblade. We're going to have to stun this Wizrow. Okay, so when you hit a Wizrow with its weakness, it immediately dissipates. Just like Icy Lizalfos, and I believe the Keese, if you're not strong enough to defeat a Keese in one hit for some reason. Now that Meteor Rod is going to do us some good later, because it's a good stunning tool. Otherwise... Alright, there are 2 red Lizalfos in there, and there's one Yeah, there's 2 red Lizalfos, and then there's 1 black Moblin in there. And that black Moblin can do some real damage to you if you're not careful. So I'm going to see if there's any items I can get beforehand. I think they're all inside, though. So what you're going to want to do here... Shit, what kind of arrows do I have? Shock arrows... Shock arrows are pretty useful, but they're not going to do us that well. We have 1 regular arrow. Now we're going to get a ton of arrows from this area. I think I'm going to want to stick to my shock arrows for now, and then have my frostblade out, so I can... Yeah, this guy I can kill right away. Then I can... Let's see... Oh, wow, that was easy. And now I can pull out my Frostblade and beat the shit out of that Lizalfos. I think on top of that Stalnox fight, and then this, aside from getting beat to hell by that Octorok, I'm doing really well. Then I'll keep this spear out, because spears are nice. Okay, so... Battle axe. Alright, so we got some cooked food. Because unfortunately any food that you find in these boxes is just going to be cooked already. We got some more regular arrows. So now I can stop wasting my shock arrows. Alright. Next up is... Oh, yeah, I remember this. Alright, so there's a chest down here. There's a Fire Lizalfos over there. If you had ice arrows, you could take one out immediately, but I do not. There is a chest somewhere in this lava that has 3 ancient arrows in it. You're going to want to find that because there are 9 total in this area, and you want all 9. You also want to pick up any bows that you get, because bows are few and far between after this. Shit, dude. Alright, where'd he drop that halberd? Oh my god, down here? Did he? Oh my god, if he dropped that in the lava, I'm gonna be so mad. Because it's like a really good weapon that he would have dropped just now. Because the... Oh no. Oh fuck. Oh, that's gonna make some fights pretty hard. I think... I'm pretty sure I just dropped the ancient arrows into the lava, and I may have just lost that spear, which is really, really good. So if I don't make it through the final areas in this game, I know why. otherwise, I guess I'm doing alright. Oh, fuck. Alright. Shit. Well, should have known that was coming. Well, I suppose this is revenge for me dropping the Knight's Claymore in the last one. So now I have 2 Knight's Claymores. Shit. I'm kind of mad that I dropped those Ancient Arrows. Because those are like the best item in this entire dungeon. And I'm calling it a dungeon because it's pretty much what it is. That... I really want to check if I truly dropped them or if they're going to surface at some point. Because those are like vital. I'm going to deliberately fall in the lava and see if it respawns. Because I didn't get it. Oh, does it not respawn? I'm going to be really mad if it doesn't. Shit. It does not respawn. Shit. That is Alright. Alright, this is an Igneo Talus. This guy's easy. You just grab your Frost Blade and then you do a lot of this. I forgot I could shimmy. Well, that's not helpful to me. Alright, why do I have my bow out? I need the... There we go.
Jello.
Jello. Alright, well, aside from fucking myself on those ancient arrows, I'm doing alright. And it's not like I don't know how to take care of the other enemies either, so I'll make sure that I use the ancient arrows on Lionels and and Skywatchers. Otherwise, Guardians... Because I think you have a option to save yourself from using 2 out of the 9, so you can... So if I can substitute a use for that 7th one, I think I'll be fine. Alright. So there's a hardy radish somewhere, and if I get that, then that's another full restore. That's useful. There it is. All right. Whew. Alrighty. Alright. Well, I will end up using some of that health recovery when it gets cold, so... Like right now. Okay, so right now we are going to need that spicy meat skewer. We're going to need this, either the meteor rod or the flame spear. I'm going to start with the flame spear here. And fire arrows are also a pretty good idea. I think otherwise, we got plenty of regular arrows too. So what's neat here is any materials you get, you can cook. Just like in the last area. Which is awesome. Because it means if you get some pretty good items here, you're set for a while. Minus, of course, the fact that and I'm going to remind myself of this once again so I don't squander them earlier on, because I'm pretty sure there's an area where you have to fight a Guardian Stalker and a Lionel at the same time. Now, I think the deal is if I take out the Lionel first, then I'll be fine, but no guarantees. So we're going to start a fire here. We're going to cook ourselves whatever we've got here. In fact, we're just going to combine it all together. That'll help us out. In fact, what other hasty items do we have? We have the hasty simmered fruit that gets rid of our cold resistance. So I think we should eat that when our cold resistance runs out. Because then... Okay, so there are items here. It's bombs. Let's use magnesis. Otherwise, if magnesis doesn't work, we don't have Rivali's Gale, so we can't traverse this right away. So any climbing is going to be done right away. Otherwise, yeah, a lot of items are hidden in ice. Fire arrow usually disposes of that pretty quickly. Those are bomb arrows. Those are pretty useful. I think there's one arrow where there's a silver bokoblin on the top of the tower. I think it's this one. I think here is where you can find a silver bokoblin, but this is also where you can find the last 3 ancient arrows here. So if I really somehow squander these, then I am fucked. Alright, so this is wind. I think I have the perfect way of dealing with these guys. Shock Arrow Knight's Claymore, anyone? Alright, well that was the hardest enemy to take care of. Now, a while ago, that took me way too long. Now, the neat thing about this area is none of your items are going to... I'm not going to say break. Break is the wrong word here. None of your items are going to break just via natural means. They will break. All of your weapons ever are going to break. Is that club going to help me out any? Nope, that's 24. Now that shield will. Actually, shields are pretty useful. I can't see how that silent shroom is going to help me much, but I can definitely see how it's going to help me later on. Alright, let's eat our hasty simmered fruit and our hasty meat skewer, and then these sauteed peppers for some full hearts. A amenity that I am not going to have to get used to here. Ice arrows. Those are useful, actually. I'll just start. Well, there's a Lizalthos down here of the ice variety that dies immediately to that. Alright, so now I'm going to get my fire arrows back out because I'm pretty sure, now I'm not sure which one, we're going to have to take a look here, but one of these areas has the ancient arrows that I need to even survive the last couple levels. Because the last frosted area is a Lionel. That's pretty bullshit, but... Alright, these are the ancient arrows. 3 more ancient arrows, yeah! Okay, so now I need to make do. Because I have... Let's see here. I have 6, and I need 7, theoretically, and then I can waste 2 if I had the 9. But now I have no leeway. So this is going to be fun. If I don't make it, I don't make it. If I do make it, great. If I don't, I'll start over again, and this stream is going to get a lot longer. Okay, so this area is a frost talus, I believe. Yes? Is it a frost talus? Am I right here? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, fuck. I did not know that. Well, you're not helping me much. God, that Wizro's gonna fuck me over. Do I have fire arrows out right now? I do not. Alright, well, he drops a blizzard rod. Fuck. That meteor rod's gonna help out. Let's drop this Boko spear. We're gonna pick up the blizzard rod. Alright, well now it's time to use the strat. Okay, so with that in mind, I should probably use a bomb arrow to clear out the other guys. Not wasting a fairy. I'm also not wasting my cold either. Shit. Well, I'm going to have to use my hardy mushroom. That's cool, though. Oh, he's a knight's shield. Those are useful. I also should use my shield more. Okay, so the knight's shield is useful. Knight's broadsword, not quite as much. I'm going to get rid of my double axe. We're going to see how much it is. Oh, it's 26. That's not so bad. I'll keep that up for now. Oh, but the halberd's nice too. Well, so far I got some Fleet Lotus seeds. There's a knight's bow. Wild berry. Okay, what other items can I get here? Let's pull out my flame spear again. Alright, so the next area is the Frost Talus. God, they're pulling out all the stops here. This is the Frost Talus. Trial of the Frost Talus. See, I didn't know how to defeat the Taluses a while ago. And now I know. Oh, okay. Now I know it's as easy as, hey, what element are they weak to? That one? Okay. Now kill them. Alright. Let's fucking see if there's any items here. This looks like a air duct. I like how they use the proper ambience as well. That's a pretty nice touch here. That's another air duct. Okay, so I'm aiming on there not being anything here. Now I believe next is the Lionel. So I'm going to grab my spicy pepper seafood here. And I'm going to grab my ancient arrows. I'm also going to put on stasis. Fuck. Alright. This is where I died last time. This asshole. There he goes. Bye-bye. Now I only have 5. Now I need to conserve my arrows here. Also got to see if there's any other... well, magnesis is good for that. What's funny is I think that was the last cold arrow. Or the last cold area. Because I think next is one of those... next is one of those rest areas. Some 5 bomb arrows. Yeah, the bomb arrows are useful for the Skywatchers. Okay, so this is coming up another rest area. Now I'm going to make sure I'm crouching first because I know I scared away a fairy. I didn't use my fairy yet, but it's nice to have more than one fairy at a time. Now there's 3 here. Okay, so now I'm going to sneak. I'm going to get all 3 fairies. Because fairies are so goddamn useful. Okay, so now I have 4. That's good. This is a Royal Broadsword. This is a Royal Shield. That's also useful. This is a Royal Bow. Alright. Any items I can do away with here? Let's do away... well, it's going to break when I'm breaking these boxes. Yep. I was going to say let's toss it, but... alright, then that leaves us with this... Tri-Boomerang. Okay, what items other than that can I do away with? Meteorite... these are useful, though. I feel like if they take up space, then that might be bad, but in the meantime, I'll keep them. I can do away with this Boko Club. Okay. Now, if I remember, these are hardy bass. Yeah. Anything hardy in Zelda, anything that's labeled as hardy, you only cook 1 of it. It'll increase the maximum temporary hearts, but if you have full hearts, hardy is only going to do you 1 good. So if there's anything like hardy bass, hardy truffle, hardy, or the big turnip or whatever, you only cook 1. Because if you cook more than 1, you're doubling up on this temporary hearts. But if you have full hearts, you can't access the temporary ones. You don't have Mifa's Grace here either, so... this is going to help us out big time. Mighty Bananas, Razor Shroom, Wild Berries. That's going to boost our attack power. Let's see here. Endura Shroom, Raw Meat. Let's see here. Fleet Lotus Seeds. Silent Shroom, because I don't think Stealth is going to help us, and I don't think Haste is going to help us. So we're just going to fuck everything and get the 2 out of it. And then Iron Shroom and Prime Meat, so we can get some defense. Alright, hell yeah. Alright, so... and we got some apples. Forgot to pick those before I cooked. But you know what, we're just going to cook them as a very small health recovery. That'll be our treat for beating the game. Once we beat the final room, we eat our simmered fruit. Alright, so right now we have... Actually, I'll just eat one of those. Actually, I have some pretty good items here. We have attack buffs, defense buffs. We have our 4 full recovery items. We have some stamina recovery. I'll eat this as well, I guess. We have our fairies. We have our armor. We have our shields. We'll start with this knight's shield. Because weak shields break really easy. Strong shields are good. Otherwise, I think we're good for everything right now. I'm going to take a deep breath because I think what's next is a couple guardian... God damn it, there were some SHAMELESS here. Alright, hold up on that deep breath. I'm going to cook these SHAMELESS. You can't cook already made meals, unfortunately. Alright, well... If I would have known those were there, I would have done more. Alright, so... This is tough. This is the farthest I've ever gotten. Alright, well now I know that this is at least an area that I've... Okay, so these are Decayed Guardians. I'm using fire arrows. Oops. Well, I'm not getting anything from these guys. Decayed Guardians aren't an issue. Oh, well, that's useful. Dead. See, that's what makes Decayed Guardians so easy. I knew I would have to fight some Guardians in the final trials. Oh, god damn it, there's another one right there. Yeah, Decayed Guardians are not difficult at all. The only issue is if there's more than one in the same location and then one of them spots you. Now the neat thing is you can deflect their lasers like right back. Shit. I'm good at Zelda, I swear. Yeah, when you deflect a laser back at a Decayed Guardian, it's a one-hit kill. For the Decayed. I'm gonna charge my phone real quick. Alright, so for the one of you tuning in, we are nearing the final areas of the Master Trials, the final trials, all that goody. Alright, so I know how to take care of the pretty tough enemies here. I'm gonna eat some of this tough shit here. And then the energizing. Just because I want my defense to be up. Now, Lionels are difficult to take care of, and Guardians are difficult to take care of. I have no idea what I'm up against. There are 3 more stages, and I have no clue what's next. There's a fountain here. What is over here? There's a horse and a broken fountain. Oh god, it's a, oh, alright. See, this is where it would be smart to use one of your ancient arrows. But reminder, we lost 3 of our 9. So I didn't realize that was going to be a stalker so early. I thought we were going to get like the... Shit. Well, here we are. I'm going to have my royal shield. This guy's going to fucking see me, and I'm going to deflect his laser beams. Shit. Well, he broke my shield. See, this is why we have more than one shield. He just flipped right upside down. Is that it? Is that what the one... Oh, okay. I was super confused as to why there was nothing there, and I realized, nope, that's a stalker. Okay, so there's no more enemies. Suppose now we can scavenge around for items. I'm just gonna say, missing 2 reflects is pretty devastating. Especially because I wasted, like, the strongest shield that I had. I'm glad I had the defense up, so I could take care of him. I'm not so glad that I had to waste that shield. But, this was one of the enemies that they recommended I use an ancient arrow on, and I didn't have to. So considering that, we're actually doing pretty well for ourselves. God, I hate that this fountain's here. Okay, so where's the exit? It's running in circles. I can't find the exit. Alright, it's nearby. It's nearby. It's somewhere in this room. I should probably grab... Well, I'll keep this weapon until it breaks. I got a good shield. Or just drop this bow already. Use a... There we go. so long as I have the sufficient means to take care of guardians, which I should probably equip the royal bow, considering that has a much better accuracy rate. And when defeating Skywatchers, you can't afford to miss a ancient arrow at all. Like these assholes right here. See? There's Skywatchers. I think there's one. Is there one? Is there one Skywatcher? Yep, there's just the one. But he's there. And the fact that he's there is an issue for us. So we're just going to use our ancient arrow. We're going to make sure that we get the absolute most perfect shot we can get. We're going to make sure it sees us before we shoot at it. Because if we miss while we're trying to have it, like if we're trying to ambush it, that's when we waste our ancient arrows. We have to make sure it at least tries to kill us before we kill it. That way it's warranted. Alright, 4 more ancient arrows to go. Make sure I don't accidentally waste one. Is that it? It's going to stop me. Yep, it was it. Alright, so now we can take care of whatever items are in here. Because we really want to make sure that our items are at a good position. If we run out on items, we're fucked. I want to say that we don't need a Frostblade. Because I think we don't. But you never know. I'm thinking that items are going to start getting pretty few and far between now because this was room 20, right? Yeah, I'm thinking items are going to come to a slow crawl here. Unless I can climb all the way up here. If there's an item all the way up here, then that'll be dope. I'm thinking there is. Yeah, I was right. There is an item up here. Bomb arrows! I think those were for the Skywatchers. But you know what? I beat the Skywatcher with an ancient arrow. So whoever comes next, if I remember, the room 23 is the last one, and then 23 has a Guardian and a Lionel. You want to take care of the Lionel and then take care of a Guardian like you normally would. Because thankfully, Guardians are not too hard to take care of. And now this is another Skywatcher. Skywatcher. A 4. Alright. There's a Skywatcher. Oh, there's a Skywatcher and a Stalker. Now, I'm thinking I'll take care of the Stalker like I did last time so I don't have to waste an arrow. Fuck, he saw me. Shit. Fuck. Oh, another royal bow. Well, that'll be nice. Thanks for not fucking me, Hyrule. Alright, I want to be seen by this guy. Because if this guy sees me, then I can take care of him. And then I can take care of the Stalker as normal. Are there 2 of these guys? I think I was just seen by a Decayed Guardian. I heard the song. Okay, where's that music coming from? Ah, this guy. What's up, friend? How may I help you today? Oh my god, he targeted me through the fucking back of his head. Aha! So I was correct. We're gonna hide. No, don't... Link, don't be an idiot and climb. God damn it. Fuck's sake. We're gonna... I'm freaking out right now. We're gonna put on our defense shoes. And our temporary stamina. Okay, so I was right. There is more than one guardian. I'm freaking the hell out. Alright, friend. How can I fuck you today? Try my hardest not to get targeted by that other one. I'm thinking being behind this guy is enough. Okay, so why... Okay, so that one's... Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's not die. That might be a good plan. Shit, dude. I did not realize that there were Guardian... These aren't Skywatchers. These are everyday ass, like, sentries. I didn't realize that the sentries could see you from so far away. These are the guys in front of Hyrule Castle. If you have not played that far, yeah, these are the guys that are guarding Hyrule Castle. These are the guys that will sweep up on you unexpectedly. And fuck's sake, that's certainly what this guy did. Is this the last guy, or is there one more? Nope, that was it. So we had a Guardian Sentry, we had a Guardian Skywatcher, and a Guardian Stalker. And holy shit, that was a fucking trip. But you see, now that there are no Guardians in this area anymore, I can get all the items. Royal Shield, that's useful. I can use this. In fact, I'm going to equip one right away. God, I am super low on, like, actual melee weapons, and that's probably not a good thing. We're going to totally eat up one of these. I think we'll eat this one up. And then we'll eat this one up. Yeah. But we'll eat that one up when we actually have to fight a Guardian. So how many Ancient Arrows do we have right now? We have 3. There's one more area, and that's the Lionel and the Guardian Stalker, right? If that's the case, then I warranted this really well, actually. Because there are a lot of arrows, which are useful for Guardians. If... Holy shit. These Guardian sections are nerve-wracking, but, like, considering that I go on, like... Okay, so, while I was trying to upgrade the Ancient Armor, I needed giant Ancient Cores, and you need 6 of them to fully upgrade your ancient armor. I had 5. I had 1, but I had also, upgraded the other 2 already. Now, considering that, I needed 1 more. So, commonly, after a blood moon, I'd go on a guardian harvest. Now, knowing how to perfect block and knowing how to take care of more than 1 guardian at once is really handy when you're going up against that many guardians. Now, let me tell you, nothing is like going up against 3 guardians in the same room and having at least 2 or 3 of them get your attention right away on low armor. Now, I normally have 84 armor because I have all 3 sets of either the ancient armor or the armor of the wild. I only have 6 armor right now because I have the Flamebreaker boots and the Hylian cloak, I think it's called. I think this is the last room coming up. I think. I could be very... Nope, yep, this is it. This is a Savage Lionel and a Guardian Stalker. Oh, fuck. Are there also Bokoblins? It's like an entire army, man. Well, let's use that. I have 4 minutes of attack. Let's get my ancient arrows. Let's turn on stasis. Alright, well that takes care... I wasted 1. But that takes care of the Lionel. I suppose now it's time to take care of that Guardian's thing. I thought there was a Stalker. Because the Guardian Stalkers are way more intimidating. Now, if if it was a Guardian Stalker, I'd be dead by now. But you know what? Fuck all logic, I made it. Fuck, I'm lacking on my weapons here. God damn it, seeing the Lionel and a Bokoblin army really puts into perspective how much I've been dreading this moment. But let's see here, what's in this chest? That takes care of him. At least these are all red Bokoblins. That guy has a stone smasher. Holy shit. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Alright, so I'm not going to assume that this is the last area. If it's not, so we're going to pick up any items that we need just in case, considering this is indeed my last time, or my first time making it this far. I really want to be prepared in case something far much worse is coming. Otherwise, I mean, that was a Guardian Sentry and a Guardian, or and a Lionel. I can't carry any more shields, huh? Alright. I think I'm pretty much prepared for whatever comes next. Holy shit, I did it. Let's not fall off these stairs. These were the stairs to the beginning trials. Can I just admire how beautiful this area is? It's a huge dome. So here we are. There's the beginning trials. Here's the stairway to the middle trials if you made it here. Here. Here's the stairway to the final trials ending. What a triumph. Holy shit. I mean, of course I'm saving that. I want to boast to my friends that I did it. And look at that. There I am with my regular armor finally. Now it's shiny forever. Look at that. I love that it's shiny no matter how many times I use it. Because when it becomes like 60 power, it's shiny, but only when you're fighting like Ganon. Yeah. Look at that. All right. So the Master Sword has been restored to its former glory, and the best part is you can challenge any of these trials anytime you want. So, without further ado, uh, there's the Master Sword. Let's reorganize my original items menu. Yeah. So the Master Sword is always glowing now, which is cool, because previously, this sword could only glow if you were fighting any sort of guardians or whatnot. I suppose what we should do is we should test this out before I cut off the stream. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go to the Akala Plains, because that's where the ancient tech lab is. And we're just going to fuck up a guardian. That's what we're going to do. We're going to fuck up a guardian. Because you know what? That's what I felt like doing today. Okay. Also, aside from having like 6 in that run, I actually have 13 ancient arrows in my arsenal right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to pay a visit to our good friends at Terrytown. Good friends at Terrytown. Actually, let me stop at Fison's shop here. He's got some more regular arrows for us. Those are going to be useful, considering I only have 30 of them. And then there's some asshole here. But you know what? No asshole is complete without looking over this field of decommissioned guardians, plus 2 stalkers, and somewhere around here, and I'm not sure where, but somewhere is a decayed guardian. But in the meantime, I thought this was going to be a no-hit. Well, whatever. Get fucked. And it's raining. Alright, so now I gotta find where all the rest of those guardian parts went. Oh, they're actually just straight up like right here. Alright. Well, I think as a final stop, we're going to take our way back to our house in Haiteno Village. And we're going to end this stream off by going to bed. Quite literally, actually. I want to finish the rest of this DLC. So I can get all the special armors and shit. And I also want to get... I want to get all the DLC stuff done. And one of the things I also want to do is I want to upgrade some of the extra armors so I can wear extra armor and not feel bad that I'm wearing it. But the issue with that is that that's going to take way longer for time that I don't have. So this was the biggest challenge, I'm thinking. Because, I mean, seriously, this took me a long time to do. There were 2 failed attempts before this, and before that were many, many, many worse ones. But you know what? Here we are in front of our house. You know, beautiful house. Beautiful, nice, quaint-looking house here. We got all of our special items here. We have an ancient bow that's about to break. We have Rivali's weapon. We have a something bow. We have Daruk's weapon. We have Urbosa's weapon. We have Mifa's weapon. And then we have some shields that look good. And of course, for a lovely portrait of our friends here. You get this picture through finishing the Champions Ballad, which is neat. There's another picture up here. I'm not sure what it is. It's just some neat pictures that Link likes. Isn't that right, Link? Yes. Link likes photos. Alright, actually we also have some photos on the mantle. Thinking this is the Temple of Time, and then these are other photos of Hyrule, presumably. But yeah, so I want to get all the DLC armor, but other than that, I'm thinking after that I might defeat Ganon on stream. But then after I defeat Ganon, I think I'm pretty much done with this game for a little while. Because there are lots of side quests I can do, yeah. I've done all the shrines. And, like, seriously, like, I'm not even halfway done. Actually, I'm more than halfway done now with these side quests. But I haven't even found the other ones yet. So, I'm going to take care of the ones that I can take care of here. But other than that, like, I've done all the shrines. The only main quest I have now is to get rid of Ganon. Even though I already have. You know, I want to do all these EX treasures. Because, you know, these are all really neat armors here, and they're actually pretty neat. But unfortunately, I won't have time to do any of the other things. And look, I'm 30% through the game. I've done all the shrines. I've done all the sword things. And I've done the Champions Ballad. There is so much more I have yet to do. But that's going to be, like, literally torture. Like, I haven't even finished the Hyrule Compendium yet. But I've gotten some pretty dope photos. Look at that. And it shows you what you can get from these guys. Now, unfortunately, giant ancient cores are pretty hard to come by. I feel like one of these guys is a guardian. Oh, it's a savage. Silver Lionel. Yeah, I took a picture of that guy. Silver Lionels can drop star fragments. Didn't know that. Okay. I know one of these two is the Guardian Sentry. Unsure as to which one. And I'm also unsure if there are two different kinds. Otherwise, we have the Decayed, and then we have the Guardian Scout Mach 2, Mach 3, and then Mach 4. So, yeah. Alright, well. This is it for the stream. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. This will end up on YouTube probably tomorrow. Yeah. Alright. Good night, guys.